ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
First play, Bridgewater looking to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Bridgewater on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 44, Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. This one taken in by Otton. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Bridgewater. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Henry again on 2nd down. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Now a play fake. Brady. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 31. On play action, now Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
For the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Bridgewater's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 39, Bridgewater right back to Chris Godwin. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Bridgewater. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Complete to Leonard Fournette. A gain of 15.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. On the draw, this is Fournette. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On third down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Beckham. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple, Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have moved out in front. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Saunders. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Again, it's Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the gut, Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 28. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Bridgewater. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
York able to send this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this out to the 34-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action. Now it's Brady.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. From the 24, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Saunders. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. He's got Otten. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Bridgewater's throw taken in by Watkins here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Bridgewater again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
This is taken at the 15. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on first down.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. It's brought in left side by Tate. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
York able to send this one through.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And you can see the result there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Brady.
And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there's always room to add to that legacy.
To the air right away is Brady. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On play action, it's Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Brady now on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. Brady to throw again. And bringing it in right side in the back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm. Tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, Bridgewater. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
This one taken in by Otten.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he had a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33.
York able to send this one through.
And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Brady.
That's complete to Mooney.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Brady now on 1st down.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
On play action, now Brady. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Now Brady again. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. It moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Brady. And that throw behind his man, and he missed him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second down and goal. Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first two plays. Now third and goal. Brady. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there to Brandon? Third down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To throw again on second down. Brady locates Mooney on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Brady. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll just get rid of it. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry, 34 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Bridgewater's throw on target to Godwin here.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Fournette running out of the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
55 rushing yards for him on the ground so far. A great start to this divisional round contest.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Ggggggg
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it's 21-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So out come the Bucs now. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 21-3 is your score after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Bridgewater. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. They'll find Everett there, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Play fake. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
Fielded just inside the 20. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. From the 31, Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Brady.
A check down here for Henry.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. They'll run for it with Henry. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And around
to the touchdown pass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First down, Bridgewater. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the... Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Bridgewater. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those hit fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Throwing on first down is Brady.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. His throw incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Brady.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
A quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First down throw for Bridgewater.
Complete right side to Otten.
From the 30 on second down. Bridgewater out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And again, it's Bridgewater.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On third down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady. And he finds McLaurin. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Bears extend their lead yet again.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Bridgewater on first down.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette. Dances by him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Barmore, his 2nd sack of the night. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this has been a... Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
York able to send this one through.
And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he will have the Bears first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And this is incomplete.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Brady to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Tryon, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Right back to Chris Godwin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down, Bridgewater.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Bridgewater now.
He'll find Fournette again here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
From the gun, Bridgewater.
This one taken in by Otten. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Bridgewater again. Dumps it off to Fournette. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A handoff to Fournette, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
On play action, it's Brady. He completes it to Beckham. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
92 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep.
Down to the 25. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, Cam. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing Jones. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. 2nd and 9. Jones. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got it. And he's brought down. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Back to throw. Jones. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Panthers have struck first in this NFC title game. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team, just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their veteran quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 29, Brady. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From just shy of midfield, Brady. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the counter, it's Henry. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This to McLaurin out on the left side. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Henry again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but
but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Brady to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Play action. Now it's Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Again, it's Brady.
Complete to Mooney on the slant.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Inside handoff, Henry.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Brady going to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards. Brings up second and 2 at the 2-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Ggggg taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go?
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slip that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney
From 6 yards away.
And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Bass on for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 22, Jones flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Oh, good. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2nd and 2. Off the option, here's Henry.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Brady now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Brady now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing middle, and oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the give, this is their fullback.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Slide for the PAT.
It's good, and it's now 35-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And that is caught on the right side. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Over the middle to Beckham. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Working with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Brady. Well, this complete to Henry over the middle. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it and work for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Kansas City Chiefs who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And caught by Henry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Brady.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and he rips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brady.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now Jones. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
On first down, Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short margin, they can throw your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain move. And this time they're going to run down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Brady. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff to Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
70 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll run it again with Henry.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing Jones. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Back to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Jones. And he comes back with one complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And the busy night for Henry continues. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running from the gun with Henry.
He'll take this to the 46. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Again to Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
132 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
There's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
it's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, he'll find Smith-Schuster again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the 29, Mahomes.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Mahomes to throw once more.
Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Brady's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Brady. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Again, it's Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mahomes now to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Butker's kick here is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down carry for Henry.
Holding offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Henry up the middle. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That one goes for 8 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Brady's throw there complete. He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone. That one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you folks saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are back within a score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
So first that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Beckham.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw is Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Brady to throw again. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
There's Mooney with another catch.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? That throw by Brady, incomplete. Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Bass is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Well, still some climbing left to do.